also. Charles? Let's see, where's your
Good morning. How good it is to have Neil Diamond's wife introduce you. Purple. Do not copy. I am everything better. People in I apologize for making better. Let me do with this. had a article in there, and people to work together. The short oil really didn't work because they gave us too long. It should have been 22 feet. You could never steer the ball at 22 feet. So let's go on a little bit further. We got, in 1976, was the first year that bowling went this way when the league season started. I was a member of UBIC. We had a big meeting. We talked about that. And we really didn't know what had happened. And that started the decline to where we are today. So Harry Wells, I became the vice president of EPAA, and Harry Wells and I met with Alan Baker and Roger Tessman, and we asked them, would you, through the National Bowling Council, would you let us collect another dollar on our dues? And we'll put this in and advertise bowling. Well, they said, it's your business, to heck with you. So, anyway, so what started happening over the period of the next few years, we started getting together. We started getting to doing things together. We moved together with you. In other words, the owners moved with their customers. You all are all our customers, and thank you. And it has come to where we are today. And I want to tell you, I'm impressed with USBC's leadership. You got young leaders, and they're smart, and trust them. Please trust them. Now, before I leave, you know, after being around 60 years, I sat down and sort of picked a few things, and I'd like to take another minute here to tell you the things that you don't know about me that I like. Number one, I have an angel in my bed. An angel in my bed. Number two, I got 10 grandkids and 1 great-grandkid. Number three, I'm an Eagle Scout. That was pretty good, right? I opened the first bowling center that AMF ever sold, all of it, in 1955. In 1961 was almost the thrill of my life. I won the Texas State team, singles, and all events. And I shot 2149 with a Black Beauty ball on slick lanes, and it was the 6th highest 9-game score ever bowled. I was in the record book. How good was that? And that record lasted 20 years. And a doggone left-handed beat it. The highlight and this is what really hooked me for life. I'm going to go bowl number 57 this year. The highlight, I won the 1973 doubles. And I'm a proprietor house bowler, and I've got 3 other top 10s, a third, a fourth, and an eighth. A fourth and 2 eighths. So that's pretty good for doing that. And another thrill I had, along with Jerry Koenig and Arnie Fogel. Arnie ran BRC, and Jerry was ABC's lawyer. We went to Korea, and the 3 of us signed the deal and got the deal done to put the 88 Olympics, bowling in the 88 Olympics. It was amazing to watch that. I was really thrilling, and I think we're going to get there. So it's been a long time. That's since '88 that we've been messing with that. I conceived the Miller National Doubles. Another thing I did, and this is kind of hard to believe, I went to Detroit. I saw a little deal about kids bowling. They love to bowl, and they said, it's no fun because all the balls go in the gutter. I went back home and we fixed a deal where the balls wouldn't go in the gutter, and I gave it to a guy named Phil Kinzer, and we have bumper bowling from that. So I started that. Super Bowl on Saturday was the only event run by the whole industry that ever raised lineage. It was my idea, and I was on the committee with Gladys Banker. You remember Gladys? Gladys and a few other people. And one of the things I probably did that was probably the most fun thing, I spent 19 years running the Senior All-Star Bowling Association. It's commonly known as SASPA. And what we did, I run 541 tournaments, and we gave good customer service, and we had over 1,000 senior men and women that kept bowling because we did that. And this little thing you gave me, I want to thank you for 2010, giving me Proprietor of the Year, USBC Proprietor of the Year. Out of the box.
bowling performance, academic achievement, extracurricular activities, and community involvement.
At this time, we would like to introduce the first of our 2016 award recipients. Jasmine Mason of Cranston, Rhode Island, is a junior at the University of Nebraska, majoring in business. Jasmine started bowling at the young age of 9 years old when she joined the Providence Senate program run by USBC Silver Coach and 2011 David Dom's Coach of the Year, Marty Jones. It proved to be a wonderful intersection of youthful talent and quality coaching. Jasmine would become a 6-time junior gold qualifier, finishing as high as 9th place, and she won the state Pepsi tournament there in Rhode Island. Her bowling ability, along with an outstanding academic record, made her a top college recruit. She joined the NCAA powerhouse, the University of Nebraska, where she has exceeded expectations on and off the lanes. In 2015, she helped lead the Cornhuskers to their 5th NCAA title and earned 3rd-team All-American honors. As a member of Junior Team USA, she represented the United States at the PABCON Youth Championships in Panama, winning gold in singles and silver in trios, team, masters, and all events. For her service to the community, including work with Boys and Girls Club, Jasmine was named to Nebraska's Tom Osborne Citizenship Team 2 years in a row. While in the classroom, she earned academic All-Big Ten status, was selected as an Arthur Ashe Junior Sports Scholar, and made the Nebraska Scholar Athlete Honor Roll 4 times. Let's take a look at a quick video of our Star of Tomorrow. For all of her accomplishments on and off the lanes, we honor Jasmine Mason as the 2016 recipient of the Alberta E. Crow Star of Tomorrow Award.
I'd like to congratulate all of the award recipients from this past week. It's a blessing to be eternally linked with you, award recipients of the past and future award recipients. I'm thankful to be named the 2015-16 recipient of the Alberta E. Crow Star of Tomorrow Award. I began bowling at the age of 9. My father's friend, the gentleman that taught me how to bowl, Coach Marty Jones, has encouraged me to bowl since 2000. I finally got bored with all my other activities, so I gave bowling a shot in 2005, and never stopped bowling since then. At this current moment, the spotlight is shining bright on me. Now it's time for me to shine the spotlight on all the special people who have been instrumental in my development. First, I'd like to thank the Board of Directors, the Awards and Recognition Committee, the entire USBC staff, the delegates, volunteers, and the New Orleans hotel staff for making this event a success. Next, I'd like to thank Team USA coaching staff, Coach Rod, Coach Kim, Coach Deep, Coach Tricky, and Tintin for all your dedication and support over the years. I can't forget the ITRC mechanic, Nick, for always running the lanes. I'd like to thank my Team USA members for instantly making me feel a part of the family. I'd like to thank the Nebraska coaching staff, Coach Straub and Coach Klempa, for making my arm swing straight, and for constantly preaching the importance of fundamentals in body management. I can't forget team manager Kim Straub for making sure we get to all of our tournaments. I'd like to thank my Nebraska teammates, past and present, for pushing me to be my best every day. I'd like to thank Dr. Jamie Williams, former Nebraska Associate Athletic Director, for being my surrogate father and guiding me through some difficult times at Nebraska. I'd like to thank Cranston Lanes, East Providence Lanes, Buddy's Pro Shop. I'd also like to thank Lanesville Lorama and the Lane family and General Car Manager for allowing me to practice at my convenience. I'd like to thank Coach Barbara and Don Armstead and the TMDA for facilitating my first ever visit to the ITRC. I'd like to thank It's Here Barbershop for helping me sell candy over the years to raise funds for my junior boat trips. I'd like to thank Coach Marty Jones and Coach Monica Scott for establishing the Providence Senate Junior Program in 1999. The initial goal of the junior program was to get the inner city kids off the streets and onto the lanes to help for chances to win for scholarships for college. Special thanks to Coach Marty for teaching me how to bowl and never giving up on me throughout my wedding. I'd like to thank my grandparents for always supporting me in all my endeavors, especially my grandfathers for forcing the issue of the importance of education and helping to provide me with aid for school before they passed away. Last and certainly not least, I'd like to give a big thanks to my parents for making countless sacrifices to get me where I am today. If it wasn't for you guys pushing me every day, I wouldn't be here. If I were to list all the specific examples of the sacrifices you guys both made for me, we'd be here all day and probably miss our flight. Mom and Dad, I'm thankful to God that you were entrusted with the you both smiling and knowing that I'm the reason behind that smile. I love you guys both a lot. Thank you everyone for your time.
And now for our male recipient. A senior from Morris Knowles High School in Denville, New Jersey, our 2016 Chuck Hall Star of Tomorrow is Jack Cook. Like many young bowlers, Jack was introduced to the sport of bowling at a birthday party. At age 8, recognizing his growing skill and passion for the sport, his grandmother bought him a gift certificate with a local pro, and Jack was hooked. As he grew, Jack took advantage of the great youth tournaments in his area, where his accomplishments included 11 scratch titles on the New Jersey Junior Bowlers Tour. He finished 15th in a PBA regional, has won a national doubles title at the Bowl.com Youth Open Championships, and was named All-Conference for the New Jersey Interscholastic Association 4 times. Jack volunteers in his community teaching English to Spanish-speaking adults and working with Catholic Charities Hope House. At the local senior center, Jack works with residents, teaching them skills to use their cell phones and other electronic devices. Maybe he'll give us all a quick lesson. Academically, Jack's successes are remarkable. Talented in math and science, Jack is a member of the National Honor Society, Mathematics Honor Society, and World Language Honor Society. Completing high school calculus last year as a junior, Jack is able to attend Harvard University, earning A's in the classes of multivariable calculus, linear algebra, and differential equations. Outside of bowling, academics, and community commitment, Jack is also first chair cellist for the Lakeland Youth Symphony. This fall, Jack will attend Cornell University, majoring in human behavioral neuroscience with minors in mathematics and chemistry. An athlete and a scholar with a heart of gold, let's take a quick look at our 2016 Chuck Hall Star of Tomorrow, Jack Cook. For his excellence and accomplishments in the classroom, on the lanes, and in the community, USBC is proud to recognize Jack Cook as the 2016 Chuck Hall Scholar Model.
I'd like to start by just thanking USBC and the Youth Board for selecting me for such a prestigious award. It really is an honor to be up here and be on a list of names with people who are truly excellent in the sport of bowling. I would move on to really what I would like people to know is really my story, and Kimberly did it very well. But more specifically, when I started bowling at a very young age of 8, my first coach was an eccentric old man. He was, most of you would qualify him as insane, but he was truly excellent in his ability. He really emphasized mechanics and how to really bowl correctly. None of the modern game really much. So it was very, very good to learn that way. And as that got as time went on, he became useful, but also you can't bowl with mechanics all the time. So he became useful and useful, but then outserved his purpose. He recently passed away, and I thank him, Chippins, and thank you very much for your contributions to my game, my life, really. Someone else who's really been instrumental in my life is a man named Al Jones. He really taught me how to have fun when bowling, and really just to relax and not really care much about what everyone else is doing while you're up there. It's really important to do that now that I realize it. You can't bowl and you can't do really anything in life thinking about what everyone else wants. You really have to think about it in terms of yourself. Al also recently just passed away, so don't be my coach because you will pass away very quickly. Someone else I'd like to thank is my friend Sarah Rhodes. She really keeps me sane sometimes. Whenever I'm having a bad day or something happens, I call her and she just seems to make everything better. She's so light and airy, it's quite wonderful. And she really helped form the Erzatz family that happened and kind of surrounded me in bowling. I really thank her much for that. Without her, I don't think I'd be where I was today. Someone else I'd like to thank very much is my friend Paul Adams. He motivates me every day to just keep working so hard. He's really the big competition in our area for me, so it's really interesting to be very, very close friends with him because we can talk about bowling, we can talk about life and work and how really everything is interconnected. It's very nice. Now a little closer to home, I'd like to thank my mom for really organizing everything that happens. Without her, I probably wouldn't have even applied for the scholarship. She does everything wonderfully. She has me registered for tournaments years from now already. I mean, she just knows how to do everything so well, and she manages it excellently. Someone else I'd like to thank is my sister Stephanie. She is so instrumental in just keeping me motivated, and she herself is very motivated, so it's a great example to just see how her life is changed by her working super hard for everything. And the biggest thank I'd like to say is to my dad. John, he's sitting here videotaping this on the ground. He really is the greatest person I know. He takes me everywhere. He supports me no matter if I'm doing terribly or not. He knows how to just work with it and just go with the situation. Never do I sit there and ever not think that he's there and watching me and really supporting me as a person. Because I know that even I could bowl terribly or do something really bad outside of school, and you know what? He doesn't care because he's my dad, and that's not his job, but he can do whatever he wants, but he still loves me. It's great. And bowling's a really interesting sport for me to do. As someone who's really interested in academia, it's very confusing because there are so many different factors that go into it, and I'm really thankful that I did choose this sport. And I'd like to just end with a quote from Robert Frost, and it's, two roads diverged in yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Feldman. I'm from the Greater Oil Region Bowling Association in Western PA. Our association was selected as one of the Planning for Success associations. During the process, it was so energizing to see people that have been volunteering for years in our bowling community get excited about new things and changes that we're making for our bowlers. So we're just beginning the process as we've implemented a lot of new events for our bowlers. And this is what we're excited about as we build the future for our sport.
I want to thank Kim and everybody that presented today. How about another round of applause for all of our bowlers? So much fun, all those pictures. Next up is our president's report. Before I bring him out, I want to tell a quick story. Frank Wilkinson has been a wonderful president for this organization. When I came into the campus 6 years ago, Brian Graham was running the youth area, and he asked me, "Hey, do you know Frank Wilkinson?" And I said, "No, I don't." And he said, "You got to meet him, give him a call, get him on the phone." And I said, "Well, what's the deal?" And Brian told me that he runs one of the biggest youth programs in the country, and that if I was going to get engaged in youth bowling, he was the right guy to be talking to. And we've worked together over the last 5 years in some wonderful ways. We've really made him part of our staff within the youth department. And then when I came into USBC, the same thing exists now today, and he does it all as a volunteer. When you look up the word volunteerism in the dictionary, I think you might be seeing a picture of Frankie in the future. So please help me welcome to the stage USBC President Frank Wilkinson.
Thank you, Jen. Congratulations to all of our award winners today, and certainly thank you for all that you do for the sport of bowling and USBC. One of the greatest things about getting together annually like this are seeing the friends we've made over the years, engaging in conversations that ignite our passion, getting us all excited about going home to re-energize our teams, while sharing the ideas and messages of how today's vision is tomorrow's future for a brighter USBC. I love hearing stories of the old days and what bowling was or perceived to be. While I may not have a full understanding of what that might mean, I do value these stories and know that our past is to be celebrated while we work together to ensure bowling's future. Like stories that my good friend John from Greater Cleveland, where are you, John? Stories that he would share, 93 years young, attending his 58th convention. It certainly would be easy for me to stand here, get you all on your feet, excited, screaming, yelling, chanting, yelling you, telling you how USBC is going to make bowling great again. But has the sport in which we all live never not been great? I think not. Why is bowling great? It's the sport of bowling that brings us all together to compete and have fun in bowling centers nationwide, where that destination is so many things to so many different people. But most importantly, it's our outlet to escape from everyday life. Through our experiences bowling, we have built friendships and memories that last a lifetime. And there's no other sport that we get to pass down to the next generation at such an early age. That's my nephew Thomas, now 2.5 years old, and wants to bowl every chance he gets.
What's your score? Did it tell you your score too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where?
Bowling is great. Bowling is grand. It remains the largest participatory sport in the United States, with over 68 million people bowling at least once annually. Your organization, USBC, remains the largest national governing body as recognized by the United States Olympic Committee, with nearly 1.5 million members. Our two national tournaments, considered to be the crown jewels of competition, both the Open and Women's Championships, remain the largest participatory sporting events. Our industry and the society in which we live is evolving around us. It's our turn to embrace and support all of which that brings, every step of the way. We cannot let change hold us back from building a brighter future for USBC. We're challenged every day to operate our businesses in different ways. Whether you're a bowling proprietor, pro shop operator, or an association leader operating a not-for-profit business, we always have to strive to be better tomorrow than we were yesterday. That is the belief here at USBC. Over the years, you've witnessed change, lots of change, some good, some bad, some ugly at times. But I hope you've recognized that there is a new USBC. This new USBC has been committed to operating smarter, more efficient, while staying focused on the core competencies of who we are as an organization. We've outlined 5 key priorities in which we have focused: technology, youth development, championship tournaments, membership value, and marketing. Within all of these priorities, we're telling our story. We're reinforcing our message that USBC has so much to celebrate and be proud of. A future for the sport is not just a marketing campaign. It defines who we are as an organization. It tells our story, your story, and how we will all work together to solidify a future for the sport. You'll hear from our dream team, Chad and Jason, a bit later, on the operational successes we've celebrated this year and where we are going next. Today marks day 273 as your president, and no, I'm not counting down just yet. But this does give me an opportunity to rewind a little bit. And while I wish we had some video feed of our last meeting, as Andrew as president and me ripping the gavel out of his hands and telling him to shut up, I'll save that for another day. However, I would be remiss if I didn't publicly thank him for his guidance and friendship. He's looking at me as if I have something else to share, but I won't take this opportunity to share a video of him singing karaoke at an all-staff meeting celebrating his tenure. But since I'm such a great friend, I'm willing to show it to those who ask. Thank you, Andrew. Although it may have all begun here, if you've ever heard Jim Zebehazy speaking of it, recalling the time he and I first met, this is that time. A young Frank Wilkinson, second from the left, an 11-year-old youth leader from Staten Island, New York, along with my brother Tom and our good friend Rob Tierney, who was responsible for getting me involved in the youth leader program, presenting a gift to Mr. Zebehazy. And it's all history from there. Today we're asking for your continued support of the vision and mission of USBC. Our board of directors envision an organization we can all be proud of, one that we can leave in the very capable hands of the next generation of volunteers. Your affirmative actions today will right-size our network of associations. Your affirmative actions today will build a financial stability for years to come. Your affirmative actions will most importantly build a future for our sport. Speaking of the next generation of volunteers, earlier this season, we assembled a succession planning task force. This task force is working to identify the ideal state and how to achieve it while taking a harder look at USBC in its current form. This includes building and nurturing the volunteer base at the grassroots level, identifying leaders within the organization to pursue positions on the board of directors, while ensuring continuity for years to come across the entire organization. If you're sitting here today thinking about your legacy and how you can play a major role securing our future, I challenge you to be a part of building our future leadership. Look around. Identify those who want to make a difference. Engage our younger generation of bowlers and provide them an avenue that develops an affinity to our organization, just as you have. To all of you in the room and those volunteers watching from home on Bowl TV, on behalf of the board of directors and our 1.5 million members, thank you for all of your hard work, tireless efforts, and dedication to supporting the mission and vision of USBC. Over the last few years, we've had the opportunity to do some amazing things for the sport of bowling, all because of the great partnerships we have Thank you to the USBC and BPAA Board of Directors for seeing that these visions become a reality, allowing us to build opportunities that provide great aspirational value for the next generation of bowlers. They say behind every good leader are some great people. I'd be remiss if I didn't take that opportunity to thank some of them. To our Board of Directors, thank you for your support and allowing me to serve as your president. It has been a great year, and I certainly look forward to continue serving and tackling the challenges that we face together. Thank you to Chad Murphy and our amazing staff. You brought new light and energy to our organization. With you leading our efforts, trust me, there are many bright lights at the end of that tunnel. Thank you, Madam Vice President Kathy DeSocio. You've been with me every step of the way, and I cannot thank enough for your continued support and friendship. And finally, I want to take the opportunity to thank my family and our staff of Rabs Country Lanes, and most importantly, my partner in crime. They sure do put up with a lot, but without them, there is no Frank Wilkinson. Together, through today's vision, continue to make bowling great for tomorrow's future. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite Robbie Spagner, Chair of the Strategic Planning Committee, to give his committee's report.
Thank you, Frank. Good morning to everybody. It's always such a treat to see so many old friends when I come to this every year. It's amazing. But this year, it's even just as exciting to see so many new faces we have in the crowd. I hope everyone here is starting to recognize there's a land shift in our organization. As you know, one of our focuses for the Strategic Planning Committee has been to develop the next generation of leaders for the USBC. Since we do have many new delegates attending this convention for the first time, I want to start with a little background on what the Strategic Planning Committee provides. Hopefully, it will also serve as a good reminder for everyone who's been with us for quite a while. The Strategic Planning Committee sets the guiding principles for the organization. To put it simply, we provide the roadmap for what the USBC staff, led by Chad Murphy, are expected to accomplish. Then our committee members monitor the progress and hold the organization accountable to delivering on the strategy we all agreed upon for the USBC. As you know, this is our mission. The USBC is the national governing body for the sport of bowling. Our mission is to provide services, resources, and standards for the sport. Our vision, to be the leading authority to the sport, servicing the needs of bowling. This mission and vision set the foundation for guiding principles created by the Strategic Planning Committee. You may recall last year I discussed these guiding principles. 1, continue as a leader and supporter of the bowling industry. We need to be a driving force in providing opportunities for our members to engage with the sport further and innovative in the way we provide and structure for the sport to provide the structure for the sport to provide. Examples would be our commitment to the PWBA, providing top women from around the world the opportunity to compete. I suggest you take the opportunity tonight, this weekend, to go and watch some of them compete here in Vegas. Further, our youth programs, which continue to be a beacon of what lies ahead in the future, prime example being Junior Gold. And the critical work we do in equipment specification, research, and enforcement that continues to make this a sport. Next, identify the core customers and focus on customer service. We need to listen and continue to refine the way we provide for our members. An example would be our development of the new division at the Open Championships to meet our customers' needs. And the detailed metrics that we hold the staff accountable to in order to ensure associations continue to receive the great service from headquarters that you've grown accustomed to. Excel operationally. To effectively deliver the customer experience our members deserve and leverage our limited resources, we need to be operating at the highest level. I'm sure you can all appreciate how much work and coordination goes into providing the quality experience here for you at convention and our national tournaments, and with every USBC touchpoint. Every day, our team at USBC looks for opportunities to improve and streamline the operations. Diversify the financial base. Our organization and the sport continue to evolve. Membership organizations around the world continue to face headwinds, not just in bowling. We need to protect our core revenue model, but at the same time, seek avenues for diversifying that also support our mission and vision. One such example is the development of the Bowling Academy, where we provide opportunities for our members to excel in the sport and further their game through exclusive video content featuring the best coaches in the world. Lastly, maintain financial prudence. Unlike the Congress in Washington, the Bowling Congress should be held to and does stay on a budget. With these strategic principles, Chad and the staff wrote 29 business plans for 2016 and operational programs that support the success of those business plans. Within those plans, there are more than 300 metrics that track the staff's progress implementing the plans. It's accountability, performance standards for national headquarters, similar to the performance standards you're seeing at the local level. Overall, we are pleased by the past year, but as always, there are metrics that we didn't excel at that we need to be learning from, and additional opportunities to improve. Unlike here in Vegas, where you can gamble on the future, that's not something we can afford to do in the USBC. And with that, I'd like to talk about another important strategic initiative, the Future Leaders Program. It's a topic I've discussed with you the last couple conventions. I think we all knew that we were not developing the next leaders of our organization at the convention, and therefore into the organization. When I asked all the delegates under 40 to stand last year, there were barely more than 20. We knew Next Generation wasn't attending, but we didn't know why. To start addressing this issue, we created the Young Delegates Grant Program and learned something very exciting. There are many promising young leaders throughout the country excited about our sport and interested in becoming involved. We sent out applications. We received 150 applications in return. That's 150 people that want to be here under the age of 40 from all of your local organizations around the country. We heard from people everywhere. Some were involved with local associations. Some were eligible athletes. Nearly all had never attended convention before. It became clear the Next Generation has a passion to carry the torch to the future, a desire to get involved. Many just don't have the resources to attend the convention on their own. Most had simply just not been asked to get more involved. We selected 35 grant recipients this year. We wanted the group to come from all parts of the country. You can see on this map, they're from every region, many states. The average age of this group is 34 years old. So I want to try again this year and ask every delegate who's here who's under the age of 40 to please stand. Ooh, look at that. The kids section over in the corner there, apparently. It's like a junior high dance. Like the older delegates over here, the younger delegates over there. It's a great sign. These new leaders will take all they learned back home and the resources to their state and local level. I do want to thank you for embracing this concept. We've received some wonderful feedback. For example, one of our great delegates, Dennis RN from the Arbor Valley USBC in Michigan, told us he is going to recommend having his local association fund a young delegate to attending convention. I ask that everyone here go back to their local association, talk to people, think about someone that you should get involved. 150 is great. Let's see 300 applications next year. Last year, I also asked for long-standing convention attendees to stand up. Could I have anyone who's on their 30th plus convention stand up? I know there's a couple. Include AJBC, YABA, ABC, USBC, WIBC. How many are that? Hi, is there anyone here on their more than 40th convention? Stand up if you can. More than 40? More than 50? More than 50. Where's John from Middleburg Heights? That's commitment. I hope young delegates took note because in about 50 years, you're going to be standing. I also hope you took note of who you saw there. Please take time to introduce yourself to them and learn about the great history of our organization. What we need is our senior association leaders to continue passing on their knowledge and wisdom to the next generation. As they laid the groundwork for our young delegates today to be involved, I'm confident these young delegates will do so for the next generation that follows them. On behalf of the Strategic Planning Committee, I thank you to all of our stakeholders in this room and across the industry for continuing to support USBC's mission, vision, and strategic goals. We're truly working together to ensure tomorrow and a future for the sport. Thank you.
Well, a double would make things really interesting.
Oh, she's in fine form right now, getting that ball to drive into the pocket.
Here outside Chicago, it was Amanda Njokas becoming the 12 and under girls champion with a steady performance, defeating Aliyah Aline 383 to 324. We take a look at Cameron Hurwitz, and we need to immediately explain why he is wearing that surgical mask. He is dealing with a plastic anemia. It's a very serious blood disease. However, he's really good.
You think? What a beautiful shot. What a great way to start.
Come on.
Did he get it now? Didn't get a break
Wait a
on the
minute.
weight.
Wait a minute. There goes the messenger.
Wow. I'd say that's more than 6. Your champion in the under 12 division of junior gold is Spencer Robarge. Well, that's high flush in, perfect. Impossible to do it any better than she did right there. She's got it to 19. So now Emily Schrader, how does she handle a little adversity thrown at her? Pretty well. pretty well. She's got to double.
He's got a chance.
Nope.
Comes in high, leaves a 4-pin. The champion is right there.
Nothing wrong with that. And if you want to see pins get abused, this is your guy.
For his first strike in the right-hand lane.
Yes, sir.
There we go. And he switched balls on that lane.
And that's how you finish it. Yes, sir. Tom Hankey defeats Jorge Rodriguez 445 to 387. A tremendous performance from both young men. She is the defending champion. And there's a good reason why.
This is for 4 in a row and 169, and that's a heck of a comeback. That's a great comeback. Easier said than done. That should do it.
There's your 8.
There's your 8 pins, absolutely.
Right on the number. And there is your under 20 girls champion, Sierra Kanemoto. And that's a heck of a start on the left lane. And Biondo smashes 10 straight back.
And there's no way he can lose.
There he is, and he knows it too. Zach Doty is your junior gold under 20 boys champion.
Please welcome the Managing Director of IBC Youth Development, Gary Brown, and IBC Youth Committee Chair, Melissa McDaniel.
Good morning, everyone. I'll tell you what, if you didn't watch the videos or the stream of all that U12 division is real exciting. That division, the passion that those kids have when they come out to that event is just amazing. It's real fun to watch. But for 2015, the IBC Youth Department had a great year. That junior gold event, that taping of it was the first time. It was real exciting for us. One of our other programs we look at is Bolopolis. Find a button. The Bowl Outpost program is designed to talk to kids at a level where they understand through party supplies and through birthday supplies and through videos. I can tell you personally with 2 kids of my own, they love the videos, they love the game. Right now we're strategically placed in 200 centers where we're broadcasting, informing, and teaching kids through this medium. Last year we announced at this convention that we were going into the mobile device area. As of today, we have over 1,400 downloads for the Boulder Dash game and the Boulder Dash game and Bowl Outpost Theater app. So what we're looking for is obviously more downloads on those pieces. But the key to this is that's 1,400 more downloads where kids have that at their fingertips when they go to a park, go in the car, go anywhere they want to go. It's right at their fingertips where bowling is first of mind. I can tell you personally with 2 kids who drive 13 hours back to Indiana, when I hear, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" Here, look at the video, play the game, kids. Let me drive. I want that peace and quiet and sound of mind.
Bowler's Ed is another important step in reaching kids at their level. The program was built to introduce kids to bowling at an early age. PE teachers teaching bowling in the classroom and gymnasium alongside mainstream sports like football, basketball, and baseball. Bowler's Ed in-school bowling continues to deliver great value for the sport and local communities. The team has done a tremendous job over the last year at working to incorporate bowling into the school systems through conventions and center visits. Last year, over 5,300 curriculums were handed out to centers, schools, and most importantly, directly to physical education teachers. We continue working towards a dream of bowling being taught in every school in America. Is there anything more powerful than that idea? During the youth bowling services and networking seminar just the other day, I learned that Robert Hanson of Tacoma, Washington, was able to get Bowler's Ed as an accredited PE class that will reach over 38,000 students. Great job, Robert. Please stand, and we would like to recognize you. I don't know where he is. There he is over there. Great job. Thank you, Robert. Through the recommendation of the IBC Youth Committee, we were able to award 35 Bowler's Ed grants, which will impact an estimated 150,000 school-aged children this year alone. The USA Bowling Coaching Program continues to grow as we train those who want to teach our sport. We have a firm belief in skill development and that teaching the fundamentals is a key foundation to developing youth bowlers. 2015 marked the 3rd year of the USA Bowling Regional Tournament Series. Hopefully, you all recall the premise of USA Bowling. The goal is to create mainstream youth sports model where kids bowl as a team, have a volunteer coach, and we introduced 8 additional tournaments to the schedule, which increased our total to 16 tournaments. The champions from each of those locations will be competing in the first USA Bowling National Championships, which will air on CBS Sports Network. We will be recording that in July at Junior Gold this year for the first time.
Regarding the Junior Gold program, I'd first like to pay thanks to, if you're the Chicagoland USBC or Suburban Windy City or USBC, please stand up. There. Last year, this group here was tremendous help to us at that event. We had 3,191 kids coming in the summer to bowl a scratch event in Chicagoland area. We could not have done what we did without that group back there. They were a tremendous volunteer workforce for us. Please give them a big round of applause. As I mentioned, last year, 3,191 kids came in the summer with their families. About 15,000 people came to the Chicagoland area to bowl in the Junior Gold Championships. We had about a 28% increase over the previous year, and about 66% increase since we started the U12 and U15 divisions. A lot of people said we were crazy when we started talking about those 2 new divisions and the age groups, but I can tell you that event is definitely alive, and we could not have done it without you. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You can see here, there's the numbers. You can see the trending from 2010. That's roughly when we started the U15 division moving upwards. So you can see 2,028 boys last year in Chicago, Illinois to bowl and 1,162 girls. That's just a tremendous number when you think about that, coming and taking part of their summer vacation to come bowl an event for $250,000 in scholarships. This year we're anticipating about 6,500 members and about 3,300, another record-breaking year. We're looking forward to working with the Indy USBC. They've been a great partner with us throughout the years we've been there. But it's just an amazing concept when you think of all these kids. Jim Zebehazy and our predecessors who created that event had a great idea when they came up with this. On the high school and collegiate front, we're excited about what happened this year. We had 2 states looking into adopting bowling. We had one with its first state finals. In Alabama, we had our first state finals. The Center, Association, and State Athletic Association all worked together. If you're part of that group that may have worked together on that, please stand up. Rhonda's not here. I don't know if she wasn't here. But as Rhonda was part of the group, as she mentioned in her speech, to do that, but give them a big round of applause because that's truly where we say, together we can work together. On the USBC collegiate front, we had our 40th year. 40 years of competition now. So in 1975 we began. And for the first time in our program's history this year, we eclipsed the 200 team mark. In 2008, we had 152 teams. So since that time, we've increased tremendously. We had 203 teams and about 3,500 members this year. Some great things are happening in the scholastic world as well in our membership world. Some of our programs where they talk about membership declining, I can tell you there are a lot of our memberships that are going upwards. The U12, the collegiate division, the U15, U20 junior gold programs, they're all going strong. And we look forward to the overall numbers of these continuing to grow. In addition, we're pretty excited to say that compared to last year, we're just about even on all memberships being sold with upgrades. So that means that we are not seeing a decline in youth. We've slowed down the decline. We're excited to tell you that part of it. So give yourselves a big round of applause locally for helping promote that. And mainly I could say is thank you. We can't do it without our 25,000 volunteers at the local level. Without you going into the centers, talking to kids, using the Bowler's Ed, using the Bowlopolis program, all those things you have out there, we could not do it without you.
Our marketing efforts continue to progress and drive positive awareness for our sport. For example, Bowling is a Healthy Way to Live has delivered over 1 million impressions through print and digital media. The Youth Resource Center had over 75,000 page views in 2015, assisting associations, youth directors, volunteers, parents, and anyone looking to activate youth. The youth development specialists in the field have visited 2,000 plus centers and make more than 5,000 total center visits since the team was developed in 2013. They are helping to grow youth bowling by going door to door and visiting bowling centers, assisting proprietors, and educating youth directors on new ways to floor leagues.
We were remiss if we didn't thank our USBC board and our BPA board for the continued support of the Youth Bowling Initiative. Also, all of you in the field. I'd also like to thank our IBC Youth Committee, if you guys could please stand. If you could give them a big round of applause. These are your volunteers, your voice. They are truly a dedicated group of individuals. I can tell you over my last year working with them, it's a great asset to be in this role because I get to work with a team like that. They are your voice to us, to the national level, to yourselves, to promote and do all the programming that we have. The foundation of youth sports is volunteering. Simply put, that's you. You, as the volunteers, help us do everything we can do at the national level to make youth bowling grow. I encourage each of you to celebrate each success that you have at the local level. Our staff looks forward to working with you to ensure that all children can experience the enjoyment of bowling. Thank you again.
Youth bowling, right? Growth, the word growth, entering into youth bowling. What a novel concept. The U12s, USA Bowling High School Collegiate, these guys are doing a wonderful job. Give the youth committee and our staff at the campus a round of applause. Everyone will be very happy to note that we're about 15 minutes ahead of schedule. And I hope you don't get too much Chad fatigue the rest of the way. But we're on it. Do me a quick favor. I'm really just trying to get you on your feet so you can stretch. But everybody that believes in a future for this sport, please stand up. Go ahead and say hi to the person next to you. Introduce yourself. Say hello. Now, if you don't mind, just sing one verse to your favorite song. I hope it's "Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living out your dream." Thanks, everybody. Have a seat. We'll move on with the program. All right, our next guest to the stage, we really just have 2 pieces of business left. The executive director report, and then I know I kind of teased it yesterday, but our celebration of 100 years of women's bowling, which I'm really excited about in just a little while. But our next presenter to the stage is a gentleman who tirelessly works with our staff at the campus. One of the first things I did when I became the executive director of USBC was to name a deputy. There isn't anybody else that was a choice, because this guy has been just a rock star contributor for a number of years to the organization. He's a good friend of mine, and I welcome to the stage your Deputy Executive Director, Jason Overstreet.
Thank you, Chad, and we are now going to formally add voice training lessons to the staff development program for next year. Hopefully everybody that has attended our conventions over the last few years has had a good feel for our approach as an executive team for how we want to communicate with you. And that's, being transparent and sharing with the delegation our most important stakeholders the key priorities and where USBC is going to focus our attention, and then coming back and sharing with you how hopefully we've delivered on those priorities in a quality way. You'll remember back beginning in 2015, Chad shared with you 5 areas of focus, USBC's priorities over the last 3 to 5 years, and President Wilkinson touched on them earlier in his president's report. Of course, you just heard Gary and Melissa discuss the youth development items that have been going on, and we want to talk now a little bit about some of the other things, because I think you'll find as we go through each of these items, it ties back directly to the value of USBC membership. For many years, our members have asked, including some of you, for improvements at the USBC Open Championships. Well, we heard you. So what we did is assemble a task force, and starting in 2017, the Open Championships will have a new division for bowlers with league averages 181 to 209. It's called the Standard Division, and it's in the middle between classified and regular. Appreciate the applause. I'll take unsolicited applause at any time. Our tournaments have a rich history, I think, as everybody knows, but we need to preserve that history while also creating a future that meets the needs of our current members as well. This year over at the Open Championships in Reno, the 2016 event is underway with more than 8,000 teams registered, and that is an increase over last year. Meanwhile, right here in Las Vegas, what a year for the USBC Women's Championships. It's ladies first with over 6,000 teams in that brand new $35 million facility over at South Point. And I know you hear a lot of numbers in these reports from this stage, but I want you to take a moment and focus on this one and enjoy the moment of success. There is a new $35 million venue for our sport in the hottest entertainment city in the world. Why is that? Because our great partners here in Las Vegas believe in what USBC is doing and the future for the sport, and that we're going to continue to have awesome events in this new stadium for years to come. Speaking of great partnerships, our collaboration with BPAA continues to create new opportunities that are directly in line with USBC's top priorities. I hope everyone can agree what a huge success the PWBA Tour relaunch has proved to be. Well, the executives over at CBS Sports Network noticed too, and that led to a brand new 23-event national television package for 2016 and 2017. Please take a look.
50s, bowling and television have always gone hand in hand. Today, producing major telecasts is a core benefit provided by USBC, and in 2016, a partnership with CBS Sports Network will deliver a 23-show schedule that features bowling from late spring until the end of summer. The schedule will kick off showcasing USBC Collegiate, which has grown to more than 200 schools with the popular Intercollegiate Team Championships in May, with 4 shows featuring the top men's and women's college bowlers in the country.
Yes!
Messenger?
Wichita State leads this.
The success of the PWBA in 2015 led to huge growth for the 2016 PWBA season, which will start with the live finals of the USBC Queens, the first of a full season of 13 PWBA Tour telecasts.
U.S. Women's Open Championship.
In late July, a record-setting field at Junior Gold and USA Bowling will take center stage, with 5 90-minute shows featuring the best under 12, under 15, and under 20 bowlers in the country. The PWBA Tour season will then conclude in early September with the prestigious Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship. Finally, the 2016 USBC TV schedule will come to a big close with a professional major event, the 2016 United States Open. Celebrating champions and creating aspirational goals for all ages while raising awareness and benefiting recruitment, televised bowling is just one of the many ways that the USBC is helping to ensure a future for the sport. Be sure to join the fun and catch all of the action on CBS Sports Network.
We're certainly looking forward to all of the excitement on CBS Sports Network over the next couple of years. And our partnership with the Professional Bowlers Association continues to be outstanding as well. The USBC Masters once again received top billing with awesome visibility on ESPN as part of the PBA Tour. And we're also now having the preliminary rounds of the PWBA Tour distributed through Extra Frame. We really appreciate the partnership and commitment of Tom Clark and his team at the PBA in continuing to work with USBC on so many win-win opportunities. It's not by accident over the last year that USBC has seen stronger tournament participation numbers across many of our events. Under the leadership of our Managing Director of Marketing, Tremont Thomas, digital marketing has become a focus and a real area of success for USBC. You may wonder just what exactly the term digital marketing means when I say it, since we hear those words tossed around a lot. Some examples include sweepstakes programs on social media that have been used to drive entries in the Open and Women's Championships. We generated hundreds of new team entries into our championships with this type of promotional marketing last year. And as you can imagine, Facebook has become a tremendous part of our communications and marketing strategy. USBC currently has more than 260,000 people who like our organization on Facebook. A video that our team posts on Facebook can reach almost 500,000 people. That exposure can rival that of major network television outlets. It is really amazing. On YouTube, our Bowl TV channel has more than 50,000 subscribers, people who want to see everything we post. And since USBC first joined YouTube, USBC videos have been viewed more than 28 million times. The next phase of our marketing effort will be implementing some sophisticated data modeling so we can better understand exactly what each of our members' interests are to send offers and information to them that is specific value to them individually. In the area of member rewards, Nationwide continues to deliver great discounts to more USBC members every year. The partnership provides member value, and it also provides important sponsor revenue back to the organization. Last year, USBC added a new member reward partner called Benefit Hub. The Benefit Hub offers a wide range of discounts on everything from restaurants to movie tickets. In fact, you might want to know and also might want to pass along to your membership that you can cover the cost of USBC membership with just one deal. Here's an example that you could have taken advantage of right here. Perhaps you'd like a meal deal. We all enjoy a little discount at dinner. Senor Frogs over by Treasure Island right here in Las Vegas is on Benefit Hub. You can go and save $15 just with a few clicks. Just one example, and there are deals like this all over the country. What we've been finding in the last few years is that bowlers are embracing new technology more and more, not just to find discounts and deals, but also to improve their game. The USBC Bowling Academy continues to exceed our expectations. To date, more than 110,000 people have joined the Academy as a newsletter subscriber. There are more than 15,000 people who are premium subscribers. Member value, technology. They're two things that go hand in hand and will continue to be very important to be married in the future. A huge part of the value that USBC National must deliver back to our associations and the industry is quality tools for you to be able to conduct USBC certified events. You'll remember last year we told you about the new bowl.com mobile app. Well, it's been great to see more and more members using this technology as well as tournament managers as well. Currently, the app has more than 30,000 downloads, and we certainly expect to see that number grow in time. It has a digital membership card right there on in your hand, as well as the Find a Member application. Certainly, I would say a great member benefit. You may have also noticed that we recently launched a new version of Find a Member on bowl.com. It's faster, responds well, and is dynamically uses smart information to present on your cell phone in the proper way. In other words, you look at it on your phone, it looks sized properly. We have a couple of more incredibly important technology initiatives coming later this year that I'd like to share with you some details about. One is the entire bowl.com website is going to be redesigned, and here is a quick look at what you're going to see. Now, don't worry, we're not moving everything around so it's any more challenging to find than it is today. We're keeping the menus the same, but what's going to be different is we're making it mobile friendly. So once again, for everybody that uses handheld devices or tablets, it's going to present much better on those devices. We know that technology moves really fast. A few years ago, when we did the most recent version of bowl.com, the majority of our users were on desktops. Today, more than half are on mobile devices, and we need to be able to accommodate those users, and in the coming months, we will. Another major project this year that affects everybody who has anything to do with association business is WinLabs. For those who might not know, WinLabs is the software that all of our associations use to process membership, manage leagues, also run their association tournaments, and manage local awards inventory. Association managers, try to imagine your lives without WinLabs, this critical software which is custom built from USBC. It's not a very pretty picture, and it certainly wouldn't be good for our organization across the board, top to bottom. We're proud of the technology improvements that we've made in the past couple of years, and are certainly looking forward to what's coming ahead. But we also want to be honest with you. USBC has been very behind in this area. And I think that those of you that are tech savvy, and even many of you who are not, will recognize that that is the case. Technology is getting more and more expensive for all companies, not just USBC. Today, a qualified contractor working in software development costs between $100 and $150 an hour. We have to pay that kind of rate to get things done, just like every other business that needs to have these sort of innovations take place. Technology is our biggest expense, and in order for USBC to continue to support our associations and our membership in a quality way, the reality is that cost is going to continue to grow. And that's something that this delegation needs to fully understand. When you look back at our body of work over the last year and going back to our priorities of business focus, we certainly hope that you will agree that USBC has stayed true to its priorities and moved our organization forward in a quality way. But before I leave the stage, we certainly can't forget about Team USA. 2015 was a World Championship year for the women, and let's take a look at the excitement that happened in Abu Dhabi.
Now, Kelly Kulik has a big shot coming up here. If she doesn't strike here, Team USA is in trouble going into the 10th frame. Almost a must-strike situation here for Kulik. Snaps the 10 out for the strike and the double for Team USA. And Yale McEwen, first shot in the 10th, coming up. Big crowd here. Fires it in there. That's high flush for the strike. Kelly Kulik needs a double and 8 for the shutout. High flush strike is good for Kelly Kulik. Gotta have it, or the Americans are gonna win the gold. And the light 7, and Team USA is gonna take the gold medal in the doubles. Victory lap time for Team USA as Kelly Kulik and Danielle McEwen will win the gold medal in the doubles event here at the World Championships. Congratulations, Team USA, world champions in the doubles event. And Danielle McEwen can hardly believe it. Kelly Kulik jumping up and down. And what a moment for Team USA here in Abu Dhabi. Liz Johnson trying to end this thing in dramatic fashion for Team USA as they're going to win the gold. Liz Johnson, another one.
First one.
Packs it all back, and the arm swing's a little loose right now. They've won the gold medal. And get ready to go here. Front 10 for Liz Johnson.
That's a great shot.
Oh my, another strike. And Liz Johnson has got the front 11. Liz Johnson trying to make a perfect game. And here it is, Liz Johnson delivers the 300, and Team USA wins the gold medal here in Abu Dhabi. Congratulations, Team USA. Liz Johnson, a perfect 300 game as the Americans claim the gold medal in the coveted 5-player team event. What a moment for Team USA and Liz Johnson. 300 to close it out. And the USA chant fills the Khalifa International Bowling Center. 1168 to 1060. Team USA wins the gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's member value. That's being a part of something. Having the best team in the world. Golden team doubles, 6 medal events. Team USA proudly representing you all across the world. It's been a great year. We appreciate all that you have done to help make it possible and hope you share our pride in being part of USBC. Thank you so much. I'll now turn it back over to Chad.
Mr. Bill Lillard has become the all-time pinfall leader at the Open Championships with more than 123,770 pins.
Bill, on behalf of USBC, its members, and every bowler who's bowled in the 112-year history of this tournament, congratulations.
Awesome. And seeing my family here really makes this a wonderful day. I was suffering every shot I took out there. It was so terrible what I'd bowl and how much you all cheered when I got a spare. And when you got that strike, I didn't realize that I'd got enough pins. Bill told me, let's just go on home now. I said, you want to do that? Thanks again. I can't tell you people. You've been telling me to come here and I could do this. And this way I bowled, I didn't think I could do anything. But I got the strike at the right time, I guess. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Every year, this organization amazes me in new ways with what it delivers. Wow, talk about celebrating success. What an incredible moment for Mr. Lillard and his family. Step back and think about the significance. Over 110 years of history, and Bill has knocked down more pins than any other person. I can honestly say that in all my travels, and I've seen a lot of bowling in the last 2 decades, I've had friends win major championships, kids win youth championships. I've watched a lot of bowling. I can honestly say that I've never experienced anything like Bill Lillard breaking the pinfall record at the Open Championships. And of course, he did it with a strike at the tender age of 87. Please give Bill another round of applause. I want to thank Jason Overstreet for that 2015 recap. How about another hand for your Deputy Executive Director? He's doing a wonderful job. Thank you to President Frank Wilkinson and the entire USBC board for all their support over the last year. They're doing a wonderful job in delivering the strategic leadership our sport needs, while empowering the staff to deliver the operational needs. It's been a very strong working relationship, as it should be. Please give these fine folks a round of applause. Thank you. Is everybody having a good convention? Everybody having fun? Learning a little, networking a little, doing a little bit of everything? Winning a little? Okay, all right. Sorry that. Once again, our staff has produced in an outstanding way for all of us, as they do all year. I'm so proud of this team. The way we've come together, and provided the quality services bowling needs. It's been fun to watch from my seat, and I just couldn't be happier with the work the team has done over the past year. We've been doing far more with far less over the last few years, and so please, a quick hand from the entire USBC staff. Okay, on to the business. We are, in fact, every day working to serve bowling, service, but also importantly, we must and we have to invent tomorrow. The work towards that goal ensures a future for the sport. The vision has been created and is now in place. It delivers USBC, the United States Bowling Congress, as a strong national governing body building towards the future. Even simpler, a better USBC we can all be proud of, and a brighter future for the sport. Those words are more than just taglines. They are, in fact, a way of life, a sign of a new culture that has to take place at the local level, the state level, and the national level collectively. Our mission moves us towards the sport in positive ways, and it accomplishes our priority goals in the short term as a piece of that shared vision for the long term. USBC's 11th year has certainly been productive, starting with the IBC Youth Department. Gary's report was spot on, with the help from Melissa, and I look forward to watching the youth team's continued growth. With our shared focus, our commitment, youth bowling will continue to prosper moving forward, and I'm very proud of that. These kids at Junior Gold, your Pepsi Center qualifying, district and state championships, the ones at your local and state association tournaments, they are, in fact, the future of our great game and sport. And thanks to all of your hard work and dedication, that future shines brighter than ever. Please give yourselves a round of applause for all you're doing for youth bowling. USBC championship tournaments are growing again. Both the women's championships in Las Vegas and the Open championships in Reno will have more teams year over year, which is encouraging. Thanks to a newly structured staff and a focused marketing effort led by Tremont Thomas, we're really delivering in a big way. The USBC Masters sold out in Indianapolis. All of our major tournaments, though, the USBC Queens, huge successes for the organization over the last 12 months, in addition to returning the U.S. Amateur to the offerings, which was a lot of fun to see. We also had this little thing called the PWBA Tour that made a big comeback. And let's save that one for a little bit later. Yes, membership is down, as you know. That fact does not define or consume us like it once did. Instead, together, we manage who and what we are. All of us in this room celebrate our successes, and we research the failures as one organization. The local and the state associations provide service directly to our members, and the national office services the local and the state. We are one organization and should never be considered three separate groups. In my travels, I had the opportunity to see many of you over the last several months, and it confirmed a few things that I know to be without a doubt true. One, We all want the same things for our sport, and we are willing to support bowling in quality ways. 2, we all sit at the same tables productively, and we work towards our goals together. And 3, we are all very passionate about our individual beliefs. There's no doubt about that. I've enjoyed those trips, and I appreciate everyone that was involved. Listen, those in leadership at USBC, we're not kidding ourselves. We've been in the field, and we certainly realize not all of our associations supporting a unified organization, and that it doesn't work for everyone at this time. But we know it can, and it will in the future, because we know the truth, that all of our values, our passions, our goals are the same. The importance of a local and state association has never been greater. Never been greater. We will continue to support that thought from the national office, and we hope that support will be returned. As an example of national supporting the states and locals, I hope everyone attended Jason Overstreet's IT seminar the other day. We will soon be offering a new WinLab software as you have requested. That was a request from you. No more web labs, a converted WinLabs that was more successful. By this time next year, we expect all who want the benefit of this new software to be using it. I look forward to standing on this stage a year from now and celebrating that success. Our IT folks do as well. They're working hard on it. In the area of equipment specifications, the importance of your lane inspection efforts have manifested itself into some additional work to improve our championship tournaments. Last year, we went out in the field and inspected over 1,000 lane beds from over 20 different states. The data showed that most of the lane we are measuring is within specifications, but there are significant areas of the lane where we don't measure, and those sections are out of spec at a much higher rate. It's why one pair of lanes could play very differently than another in the same center. From the data, there came a decision to level the playing field at last year's U.S. Open and inspect beyond the current specifications. It was a test environment within a major championships that worked towards a fairer environment for all styles of play. By completing leveling the topography of the lane, the integrity of the competition was improved. A more equitable competition was held. Please see video explaining why we are doing what we are doing in this area and why it is so important.
Have you ever wondered why you strike once? And then when you move to a new lane, your next shot does this, even though you swore you threw it exactly the same? It's one of those things that drives bowlers crazy. And it turns out it may be because the topography on your lanes aren't consistent throughout the bowl. A research engineer in the specifications department look at the expert help analyze and level bowl more AMF US results that center topography shots down the middle of 12 deviation. In case of a lane topography, the deviation 15 miles an hour. But after we leveled for the 2015 US impact, especially considering is less than it's wide. Is to look at where the ball the ball 5 to 8 points left if it's after leveling the dispersion area all divisionals are. What does that win? It should allow for that taking away from the factors that can't promote sports championship. Another way is to ensure a future for
difference doesn't seem like much, but when you the size of the lane, the size of a ball pin. So please help me by giving them a round of applause. You're a wonderful job on the project. These programs are around the world as well. USBC was awarded by the National Council on Youth Sports for youth there in the past several years. It was a moment for our organization for our efforts by the national bowling industry. The World Bowling, USBC coaching and Coach Padilla in Japan, and a new sport and possibly some Olympics. USBC is the world leader in coaching. There is no doubt about this, and our coaching work today is to maintain that. The TRC back in Arlington, we were really excited about. Customer service, strategic planning report, continue to delivering more. It's not marketing. In fact, we are for sure a bowl.com that is access to 400,000 members a month. 100,000 members a month using resources for a bowl TV program were watched last year by the consumer. The bowl.com app has a membership card. $150 million prize funds last year. Certified more than 2,000. Over 47,000 calls through the bowl. 20,000 calls through the schools area. All of this full-time win-loss support resolved over performance. It's incredible to think about. It's a serious wow. We're really getting it. $10 a member for all of those services. You as the leaders of our have an opportunity to do something later on today. Just a second talking about it. Just let it play out. You yesterday and strong in this organization for me to do more. So believe the delegation will act in the best when the information it needs to make a responsible decision on that this week. The town halls and the which is on the docket call increase. Paul was bringing it forward. Certainly not a popular thing to do, so thank you, David. I had the vision to see provide the same level of service with an increase at some point. He understands simply do not work. You know from past history what the darker path looks like. Services and programs get cut, causing our members to get upset and lose faith in the entire organization at every level. The only way to keep that from happening again is to approve the dues increase this afternoon. The schedule and increase that the board is committed to continues those needed services and ensures tomorrow for the organization. I'm personally asking everyone in this room to please pass it. It's time. Let's ensure the future of this organization by saying together we can, together we are, and together we will build that brighter USBC that we all want and that bowling desperately needs. As you think about it over lunch, please consider our promise. We celebrate the past, we are mindful of the present, and we must this afternoon ensure bowling's future. Part of ensuring bowling's future is ensuring the future for a strong national governing body to service bowling. I love this organization a great deal, and I love what you do for it. I hope you know me well enough to understand the sincerity of my words. This afternoon, let's make the decision together to move past the things that have divided us historically and towards a better future for the sport. Thanks for listening on that topic. I also want to thank everybody that came up after the seminar yesterday. It's been amazing to just listen to you think and talk about what this means. And the biggest piece of it is obviously that we can move past these things that divide us, and we can spend the next 10, 12, 15 years talking about just building a sport instead of talking about dues and mergers and all of those other things. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot that all of you have taken the time to come up and express your love and your thoughts. So I appreciate that. All right, one more piece of business and then some fun. Actually, this is going to be a lot of fun too. The PWBA has been a sweeping success for bowling over the last year. The stats were staggering. I'd like to start by thanking our partners at BPA for working with USBC to make it happen. Please give the board of directors for BPA a round of applause. He doesn't know I'm doing this, but I'd also like to ask Frank DeSocio to join me up here on stage for this portion of the ED report, if you don't mind. You know, together. You know, we had a lot of conversations about this. The board's decided to put a task force together to create the PWBA. Frank and I have been working on it together with everybody at the International Bowling Campus to make it a reality. It's been a lot of fun, and I know you didn't prepare a speech, so I won't ask you to, but I wanted you to be up here when we go through this, because it really has been a lot of fun to work on this, a labor of love, if you will. Let's start some highlights from an incredible season, and then we have some guests that I think would like to say hello to you.
And Alicia Curran is your 25th meeting PWBA Storm Sacramento Open champion. Stephanie is headed home to Chris and Levi with a trophy and a check and a spot on the PWBA Tour Championship. And Amanda Green is your winner this week in Lincoln. Diana Zavialova is your champion. Liz Johnson, your winner this week in Detroit.
He don't consider it cheating now. Repeating now.
Awesome. Just incredible. I'd like to welcome to the stage the greatest women's bowlers in the world. Yeah, baby.
Hello, I'm the nicer Barnes, Linda Barnes, Denton County USBC. Thank you for giving a place to live our dreams.
Carolyn Doran Ballard, a proud member of the North Central Texas USBC, and thank you for supporting the PWBA so all of the young women of today can pursue their dreams.
Ashley Galante from Suncoast USBC. Thank you, everyone.
My name is Amanda Green. I am from Western Maryland USBC, and thank you for all your support to USBC.
I'm Leanne Barrett Holstenberg. I'm from the Northern Utah USBC, and thank you, everyone. We're happy to be here.
Single baby.
I'm Tish Johnson from Colorado Springs, Pikes Peak, USBC.
Hi, I'm Megan Kelly, and I'm from the Greater Dayton USBC.
I'm Liz Colkin. I'm from Schenectady USBC in the great state of New York. I'm 22 years old, but I remember being that little girl growing up, wanting to be a professional, and because of everybody in this room, I get to live that dream every day. Thank you.
Kelly Kulik, Morris County USBC, WBA and BA. Women's bowling is back, and it's here to stay.
Hi, I'm Shannon O'Keefe from Tri-County, Illinois USBC, and together,
Hi, I'm Brenda Padilla from North Central Texas USBC. Thank you to everyone for providing a place for women to showcase our talents once again.
hello, I'm Missy Parkin from Orange County USBC, and I'd like to sincerely thank all of you, USBC and BPAA, for bringing women's bowling back.
Hi, I'm Shannon Pluhowski from the Greater Dayton USBC, and thank you to everyone for bringing women's bowling back.
Hi, I'm Rocio Restrepo from Greater Canyon USBC. Thanks for supporting us.
Hi, I'm Jody Wessner from Greater Toledo USBC. Thank you for supporting our sport, and thank you especially for supporting women's bowling.
All of these women, these athletes living out their dreams made possible because this organization working together with the bowling industry, including BPAA, in ensuring tomorrow. And their journeys all started with you, the local association, the state associations in their home communities. I've got three more folks that I want to recognize. From North Texas USBC, our 2015 PWBA Rookie of the Year, Stephanie Johnson. From Rockland County USBC, our PWBA Tour Championship winner, Danielle McEwen. And from the Greater Buffalo USBC, our PWBA Player of the Year, Liz Johnson.
Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. I thank you for just a minute. We at BPAA value this partnership with USBC and the campus, and personally hosted events in our centers for many, many years across all spectrums of bowling. I'm so proud to see such great athletes ready to go tomorrow. I thank you for all you do. I thank you what you do for our great sport, for us. I'm from BPAA. Thank you.
How about another round of applause for the greatest women bowlers in the world? Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. I'd like to close the CD speech with an important message for all, and one can't hear enough. It's simply put, thank you. Thanks for everything you're currently doing. Sorry, guys. Thanks for everything you're currently doing for bowling, and thanks for all you're going to do in the future. Our volunteer structure is without a doubt bowling's most powerful tool. We're all threads in the same USBC fabric, and our strength is our ability to work together as one USBC. Local recruitment and retention is imperative to building a better future for the sport that our kids and grandkids will enjoy years from now. And if we can help support you better from the national level, please let us know how. Your passion, delivered at the local level, is the secret sauce for USB success that we will celebrate for years to come. Together, unlock new doors, a shared vision today that becomes tomorrow's future. I thank you very much. All right, one more piece of business. Let's celebrate that 100 years of WIBC and women's bowling. How's that sound? We're certainly seeing an exciting time in women's bowling. So much credit for all we have today comes to those who came before us. 2016 is the 100-year anniversary of WIBC. It all started with a simple meeting of about 40 women in St. Louis in 1916. Over the next century, an amazing organization dedicated to sport, service, and philanthropy grew to support millions of members. Please take a look at this video narrated by Kelly Kulick. It celebrates the history of WIBC and includes some memorable footage of our dear friend Sylvia Broyles, the last WIBC president.
From the earliest days, women bowlers have shown a unique flair for blending sport and style, founded on a common passion for the sport of bowling. WIBC also developed into a special organization of sisterhood. Traditions developed over the years. Great leaders emerged, with the celebration of athletic excellence in bowling always at the center. WIBC conventions showcased a grand, spectacular entrance. Yet the formal honors were always complemented by fun and laughter.
I've been married 50 years, and thank you.
I've been married 52.
Whether on the lanes or dancing at conventions, WIBC prided itself on providing a wonderful experience for its members. In 2005, under the leadership of President Sylvia Broyles, WIBC held its final convention before merging.
You'll also have a chance to learn about our new organization, the United States Bowling Congress. It's a great sounding name, isn't it?
Sylvia's legacy, along with the vision of all the great leaders of WIBC, continue to guide USBC today in its commitment to women's bowling, philanthropy, and service. Please join us in celebrating the 100-year anniversary of WIBC and the foundation its members have built for USBC and a future for the sport.
Thank you. To mark this anniversary and in the spirit of USBC's promise to celebrate the past, be mindful of the present, and ensure bowling's future, we have invited some special guests to cut a cake in honor of WIBC. On stage, we have the most senior female delegate, Val Shaw, a lively 93 years old, with us from right here in Las Vegas. Next to her is the youngest female delegate, Shayla Diaz, 21 years old, from the Greater Tampa USBC. I'd also like to welcome to the stage member of Sylvia Broyles' family, George Broyle, Sylvia's husband, her daughter Brenda, and granddaughter Nicole. I'd also like to ask, if you don't mind, if all former board members, we'll need the lights up, guys. If all former board members and officers of WIBC to please stand. Thank you for your service and your ongoing service. It means a lot. One last round of applause as we celebrate the anniversary of WIBC along with its rich history and a bright future for women's bowling. Thank you very much. To mark the occasion, we invite you to pick up a commemorative autograph card celebrating WIBC and the PWA and 100 years of women's bowling. Hopefully it's on the screen right now on the way out the door. All of the PWBA players are out in the hallway and they'll be happy to sign it for you. You can take it home. I would also encourage you to have any of the folks from the WIBC officers or anyone that was involved with WIBC sign it on your way out. It was a great morning. The kids, celebrating our history, all the things that went with it, all of our awards winner. Appreciate all you're doing, and I look forward to this afternoon's events and appreciate your attendance. Have a great lunch, and we'll see you in a little while.